good for launch.
Save the Universe are not necessarily the opinions of this station, its sponsors, the network, or our broadcast partners.
Now, a brief safety announcement.
Do not consume hot beverages during the first 15 minutes. The show has been linked to several incidents involving coffee being sprayed on keyboards, clothing, and through noses. If laughter lasts the full 2 hours, congratulations! You've earned honorary Twitch status! So tighten your seatbelts, lower your expectations, and you better go find the Roku remote. This is Scott and Val Save the Universe!
Scott and Val save the universe.
Good morning. That new intro is great, but I wanted to make sure I knew when to come in. Anyway, it is Scott and Val Save the Universe. It's the radio show you should watch. Good morning, brother.
Good morning, sister. We missed you so much last week. It was a little glitchy with the audio, and I'm blaming it because you weren't here.
Oh, well, of course. I'm your good luck charm.
You are the boys' good luck charm. We were pretty good, though. We were pretty good, relatively. You did miss some cool stuff, though. Nigel's Odd Sports number 11 was out of this world. We also did a couple other things I'm going to share with you. Let me get to the right screen. I'm going to share them with you right now because you missed some really fun videos. So last Tuesday was Shark Awareness Week. All right, being aware of sharks and all the shark dangers. And we had a shark that actually was out on a dating profile, and we have this from that.
Welcome to my Finder profile. Swipe right if you enjoy long swims and being mostly intact. Relax. If I wanted you, we'd already be having this conversation underwater.
I tried that on a date this week. It didn't work out so well.
Didn't work. Okay.
All right.
I'm so sorry.
So we have another UFO program, UFO Yes or No, at the end of the show today. I covered some UFO stuff last week. In Colorado, they saw a crystal potato in the sky. That's how people described it. A bunch of people saw it. And then in Australia, they found all these silver spheres on the beach, and they cordoned off the areas and all this stuff, thought they might be, from an alien vessel or from space or something. And it turns out they were from space, but they were from a rocket that exploded.
Oh, okay.
So for that, just in case it was aliens, I made this video.
Commence Operation Silver Ball thingy. Watch the pink ants run!
The pink ants.
The pink ants. Run. And then this was a short I made. So I put The Last Man on Earth, Vincent Price's original version of I Am Legend, up on our Facebook page, entire movie for people to watch. And then I went out and I put teasers for that around the internet on TikTok and stuff like that, trying to drive people to our Facebook page. And this is the show you should watch, but you're going to get the audio from the movie as well, which is pretty darn good. But this, I want to know what you think about it. This is the short I made from that.
Okay.
Ancient shorts from the past on RFN.
You heard that all communications are ended outside the continental limits?
Yes, I heard.
That leaves it in our laps. So we keep trying.
Streets are swarming with truckloads of bodies that they're throwing into that god-awful pit. You don't believe some of the dead have come back? And why are they burning the bodies?
Because it's the best known way to control the contagion, to keep the germ from spreading.
Roger.
Robert.
Look at his face. The best scared face ever.
He was kind of the king of that, wasn't he? That,
was.
Like, super scared face. Yeah.
I also have House on Haunted Hill is also on our YouTube channel. All right, little promo there. All right, so let's get into that real quick, and then we'll get into the fun stuff. So it's the radio show you should watch. Plenty of sight gags today to go with our radio bits. If you wish to comment, please visit on our Rogue Frequency Network page on Facebook, because we are not talented enough to watch all. We added a new place this week, which is exciting too. All 7 places we broadcast to. So we just watch our Rogue Frequency Network Facebook page. All one word, easy to find on Facebook. Also, of course, on the radio, it's our home base, 102.7 FM, KCHW in Chewelah. Going back to Chewelah.
It's where it all began.
Yes, where it all began. And we are, me and Val have been broadcasting on KCHW for 10 years now. Doing the morning show. Of course, I used to do them all the time. Val just did Tuesdays, but we didn't want to give it up when I quit. So we did this. Now, online, live video today on your Roku TV via the Kick app or the YouTube app. Just put either of those apps on your Roku TV, then search Rogue Frequency Network. Boom, you're watching us on the big screen. And our videos on the big screen. All right. Of course, we're on Facebook this morning, and I think I said Twitch under RFN as well. Let's see, on KCHW's Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube pages as well. We're everywhere. Easy to find us. Segments today from our cast.
And I was just going to say, you got to be careful, though. You want to look for the Kick app.
Thank you, Val. It's not that movie. Did it sound like I said something else?
It could be
to the casual
way,
listener.
No.
Yes, it's APP.
Yes.
All right. Segments today from our cast of silly people. Ken Owens is on vacation, but if we run short on content, I did grab one of his shows. I can't remember where I put it on my desktop, but it's around. All right, Alan Milani with weather. Joel Wazinski, another Chewelah famous person, with Ski by the Sea entertainment news. Nigel, our AI sportscaster Val today. Nigel is covering ice canoeing.
Okay.
And I have real video for this one that was freely available. It's amazing what they go through. So ice canoeing. Oh, how fun is this? Ostrich racing. We'll get to see someone get hurt. And haggis hurling. Yes, sheep organ tossing. But they didn't want to call it, hey, come on, we're having a competition this weekend. We're tossing sheep organs.
So let's just call it haggis.
Yeah.
Hopefully people don't know what that is.
Yep. Also, we have rearranged odd news. It is going to happen about 7:40 this morning, about 10 minutes away. We might keep it there. And taking its place in the second hour due to almost popular demand, right, Val? Almost popular demand. UFO, yes or no? It's a new segment we started. We got a lot of good feedback on it. We actually had people so excited they sent in a UFO clip for that show. We're going to kind of tweak that and make it kind of a little paranormal segment where we'll talk about UFOs or anything. So if you've got a great paranormal story, a UFO story, want to share it with us, reach out through our Facebook page at Rogue Frequency Network and let us know. We might even have you on the show or tell your story if you prefer that. It'd be kind of fun. So if you got something cool
really fun.
That's happened to you that you could freak people out with, we want to hear from you. You.
Because because, you hear these stories and you're like, yeah, right. That happened to, somebody's brother's cousin's uncle's, grandma or something like that. But yeah, if you have a real story to share with us, that would be awesome. I know Scott and I have a couple of our own, but we would love to hear from our listeners.
And people, when I've told mine a couple times on the radio, and people might think, oh, that's a lie or it's a joke or he saw something else. But for me, it's really validating because especially the one that happened over quartzite, I had somebody standing right next to me that saw the exact same thing. So whether people believe me or not, I know it happened. And that's freaky enough for me, baby.
That's right.
Yeah.
I haven't had the UFO experience, but I've had several ghost experiences. So somewhere along the line, I'll share at least one of those too.
You want to know what the most disappointing part of seeing the UFO was?
What?
Obviously, I'm not good enough to be abducted.
I was going to ask if you experienced any missing time.
No, I wish. I so want off this planet, especially after the past, 16 years. I don't want to die. I'm just saying I'm ready to go somewhere else.
Somewhere else.
All right, it's time for what we like to call our morning openers, trying to make you giggle.
All right, I think I'm starting this morning. Hey, my superpower used to be ruining my kids' lives by telling them to empty the dishwasher in between their schedule of doing nothing and nothing.
That's a lot. That's a lot of nothing. And nothing, Val, is so important because I'm doing it right now.
You know, you told me recently that you're trying to simplify your life.
Everything. That's right.
All right. But it doesn't work when you delete half your passwords.
I didn't know any of them anyway. Hey, Val. Hey.
Okay.
Hey.
Yeah,
Hey, study found that if you're feeling down, you can improve your mood by sniffing the armpit of a happy person.
Okay.
I find this scientifically fascinating.
True stuff.
Oh, boy.
Right now, I'm betting you
wish you had more friends right now.
Yeah, I am. You took the thought right out of my mind. All right.
Who's the happiest person you know? I mean, whose armpit would you be sniffing?
I think, people aren't happy all the time. So I think the secret to that would be catching someone when they're happy and say, hey, could you lift your arm for a minute? There's something I'd like to do to you.
You always make it creepy.
I do. It's just another reason for us and this. And here comes my sister with your edumacation for today. Things you didn't know about American society and our culture.
All right, here's number one. Each American now produces about 4.9 pounds of trash daily, totaling over 1.6 billion pounds of trash per day.
So gross.
61% of Americans believe in ghosts. We just mentioned that. 16% believe in witches. 23% believe in reincarnation.
Exactly why we're doing the No Show.
Yes.
Those are the kind of numbers we need.
We do. I'm surprised it's that high in the reincarnation field.
Yeah.
I like it, though.
Yeah,
I believe in it. So.
23%. I would, a lot of people have had those, premonitions, deja vu, that kind of stuff. I've never experienced that, so I'm not, real sure on the reincarnation thing. But anything's possible, and since we know squat, it very well could be.
Could be.
Could be.
All right, 6% of Americans believe the Apollo 11 moon landing was faked. 6%. I'm surprised that's not just a little bit higher.
Yeah.
Average height for American men, 5'9". Average height for American women, 5'3.5" to 5.4". I am quite average then. That's always been my height. I'm shrinking as I get older, but that was, yeah.
You know what that means for me, Val?
You're below average?
I'm a woman. So I feel very comfortable on dating apps now saying I'm 5'5" instead of 5'4" because old people shrink.
You do. You just say, oh, I've just shrunk since I posted that.
I was 5'8". I'm a big shrinker.
Oh, boy. The U.S. now has 890 vehicles per 1,000 residents, still among the highest in the world, with only a few small European nations ahead of it.
I miss the days where I was a single person and had 3 vehicles.
We are insurance poor because of the number of vehicles we have.
Oh, ouch. Ouch.
All right. And my final one this morning. Oh, maybe not. My next one on the list, the U.S. now holds over 1.9 million people in correctional facilities.
I'm comfortable saying my sister and me have never been in a correctional facility.
Yes, that's true.
Perhaps at times I should have been.
No, that's an institution of other kinds.
Yeah. Okay. Different kind of facility. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. I get it.
And here's a few things that Scott doesn't know.
This could last the rest of the show.
Only 1 out of 4 people really like their partner's kissing technique.
Ooh, I get that.
Yeah. French people consume more mustard than anyone else on the planet.
Who invented mustard, though?
I don't know.
You don't know who invented mustard?
Sir Mustard?
No, it wasn't Sir Mustard. It was us.
Oh, okay.
Well, at least so when a few years ago we had a problem with France. They wouldn't help us in one of our wars we shouldn't be making. And people were boycotting French's mustard. Well, French's mustard is actually made in the United States, but that's how dumb people are. They boycotted French's mustard because it had the word French.
They probably boycotted French fries as well.
Yes, that was next.
Wasn't there was a big push not to call them French fries.
Oh,
during that time. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Potato sticks.
Yes. The next one. The planet Mercury orbits the sun at 107,000 miles per hour.
Whoa.
Oh. Wow. And then finally, there's an estimated 10 quintillion bugs in the world at any given time. That's 10 plus 18 zeros.
Whoa. And all of them are here in Maine.
I used to think quintillion was a made-up word. Look at that.
All right, I've got some questions for Val. First one, Val. This should be easy for you, I'm thinking. This soothing sound occurs at 26 cycles per second. Okay, that's its frequency, 26 cycles per second. That is the same as an idling diesel engine. What is the soothing sound?
You're snoring.
No.
Oh.
You're close though, but it's.
I'm gonna say a cat purr.
It is a cat purr. I'm surprised it wasn't her first guess, the original cat lady here. How'd you miss that one? But yeah, a cat purr. I didn't know that. So next time my neighbor's running his diesel truck at night, I'm just gonna open my window and see if it helps.
There's some things out there saying a cat's purr is at the frequency that can heal bones. And I don't know if that's, scientifically proven or not, but they are certainly soothing.
They are certainly soothing. I watched a thing one time where they took a breed of cat that's very docile, and they took them to old folks' homes and children's hospitals and that type of stuff. And they did an experiment at the old folks' home where they were hooking up the people to biorhythm detectors, watch their biorhythms. And everybody that had a cat in their lap, their biorhythms went to rest state, like very happy and very content.
Very happy.
And they say, and these cats are big purrs too, was part of the thing.
I know there's been experimentation with like Alzheimer's patients or people, that are in the later stages of dementia. And they've used like stuffed cats that had a purring mechanism. And even that worked because, they weren't cognitively aware that that wasn't a real cat. And they found that very soothing for them as well.
All right. One more real quick, and then we're off to odd news. So we might have to come back and catch up a couple things just for your information, Val. This one's called Do You Take the Money? And so I'm going to make you an offer. $10 million right now in your hand. Okay? $10 million. Okay. But there's a catch. All right?
All right.
A snail is chasing you for the rest of your life. If it touches you, you will die the world's most horrific death. The snail cannot be killed. It knows your location at all times, and its only purpose in its life is to find you. Are you going to take the $10 million?
No. No, I'm not.
And why wouldn't you? Okay. It's just too dangerous?
Yeah, it's like I don't want to have this $10 million, but I really can't enjoy it because I spend the whole time running from a zombie snail. Unless you could find yourself, maybe you buy yourself a, yacht out on the ocean that, you hope snails can't swim. I don't know. I don't think I want the money.
Did you see that log off the side of the boat? Is that a snail on it? I know what my next scary video for YouTube's going to be.
So for snail that can't be killed.
Yeah, forget Attack of the Dragonflies that we're doing. We'll switch to Attack of the Snail, and it'll be just one. All right. What do you think? No? Maybe? Possibly?
Well, why not give it a shot?
Why not give it a shot? I got something else for us to give a shot to. A little entertainment for you this morning. It's time for Odd News.
Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves. It's time for Odd News with Scott and Val. The only segment brave enough to ask, who let this happen? And then read it out loud anyway. Proof that evolution is taking a coffee break in America. And one or two other places too. This isn't fiction. It's humanity, unsupervised, on Odd News with Scott and Val.
And Val, you get the excitement to kick it off today.
All right. Researchers unveiled a new artificial intelligence robot this week that becomes smarter by observing and learning from mistakes made by other robots instead of repeating them itself. Scientists say the technology could eventually make warehouse robots and household assistants far more efficient. Finally, an AI that learns by watching somebody else mess up. Just watching the middle management right there, I think, would do it.
Yeah, that's what middle management does. They just watch you mess up. All right, so the robots definitely have a comment about this, Val.
I'm really quite surprised by this. So, it's kind of like what I do with Val then, right?
Nigel.
That's exactly what he does with you, Val.
Oh, it's creepy. I keep telling him. Creepy, Nigel.
He's always following you around. All right.
He is. Oh.
Let's take a trip to Yellowstone with some fun video. Huh? Yeah?
Okay, we were just there, so I'm willing to go back.
I bet you might be in one of them. Yellowstone National Park officials are once again reminding visitors of bison or wild animals, not oversized photo props. Latest lesson, you've probably seen this one on TV. The 83-year-old bearded South Carolina man approached a bison near the Village Lake area of the park to get a closer look. Witnesses say the animal suddenly charged, launching the man several feet into the air before just walking away. Park rangers' emergency crews responded quickly. Visitor suffered minor injuries, was treated at the scene before being transferred to a hospital for evaluation. He was 83, but I guess he got up and looked pretty spry. Yellowstone officials say this is another reminder the bison may appear calm, but they can sprint at nearly 35 miles an hour.
Wow.
That's fast. They become aggressive when people get too close. Visitors are required to stay at least 25 yards away from bison, elk, and other large wildlife. Apparently, the bison misunderstood take a hike and thought it said, take a flight.
Watching the video, because they've played it so many times on the news, but they also did an interview of the guy last night. And it was, what was interesting is that he really didn't, they were walking along like a sidewalk, saw the buffalo laying on the ground, just stopped to take a picture I mean, they didn't come any closer. It was just a sidewalk that everybody was walking on when this bison got up and decided that they didn't like this guy for some reason. And he did end up fracturing his hip in several places.
Oh.
But yeah, it was.
So he wasn't doing anything necessarily wrong. He should have, but probably too close.
This wasn't provoked.
Yeah, but probably too close. Even if you're on a trail and you're in that 25 yards, you're probably not safe. So.
Right, just back away slowly.
Well, I didn't want to air the same video, and I'm going to switch to full screen for this one, the people to watch. I didn't want to air the same video that everybody's airing, so I just did a collage of people that have been attacked in Yellowstone for being dumb. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Please, you there, big fella.
This is the best.
Please, you there, big fella. Please, you there, big fella. Please, you there, big fella.
One more.
Please, you there, big fella.
So the last one, that dude gets knocked down 4 times. So every time he tries to get up, the bison knocks him down again. That's just cool.
Oh, it's scary. It's scary. It's all funny until it's you on the end of those horns.
Yeah, whatever. All right, keep going, Val.
All right, our next story. Police in Warsaw, Poland say they were searching for a shoplifting suspect who had fled through a large shopping mall when they noticed something unusual in one of the clothing store windows. Standing perfectly still among the mannequins was a man attempting to blend into the display. Investigators say the suspect froze in place for several minutes, apparently hoping officers would simply walk past. Shoppers did exactly that, mostly. The man was arrested without incident after officers asked the mannequin to step out of the window display. He almost got away until someone noticed the mannequin was sweating profusely.
All right, Val, I want you to watch the video closely, and then when it's over, explain to me what you think his big mistake was, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
All right. This is a show you should watch and see why we're laughing so hard.
I can't even describe what happened at the end of that video on the radio, just to say.
Well, I'll just say it like this. He got caught checking out the mannequin in the bikini.
That's right. If he was going to get in a window, he shouldn't pick a window with mannequins and bikinis while he's fully clothed.
Yeah, well, he's trying to not move.
All right. Almost as much fun. Let's get back on the right screen here. Almost as much fun. A tourist eating lunch along England's southern coast discovered that local seagulls have become professional food thieves. Witnesses say one gull swooped down, grabbed an entire sandwich, and landed nearby. Stared at the victim for a few minutes, apparently waiting for his fries. Wildlife experts say birds are becoming increasingly bold around tourists. At this point, they're less seagulls and more flying monkeys.
I hate flying monkeys.
I actually can do this one for you as well.
You daft. Drop the fries.
Not only are they getting more comfortable, they're actually threatening tourists now.
Yeah. And that one spoke, and it looked real, which was also very scary.
All right. We've had bison, a seagull, and here comes a 4-story sweep of animal mayhem, proving they are getting smarter.
Mm-hmm.
Residents in a Massachusetts neighborhood couldn't stop laughing after a mail carrier unknowingly picked up an unusual escort. Nearly 40 wild turkeys slowly followed the postal truck from street to street to street before finally wandering away. Officials say no one knows exactly why. Even the mailman couldn't believe he'd been promoted to Thanksgiving parade marshal.
Oh, nice. How about a goat? Customers at a grocery store in Wales were surprised this week when a wandering goat calmly walked through the automatic doors and began inspecting the produce section. Employees gently escorted the hungry visitor back outside before it sampled anything too expensive. It'd just be kind of scary to know that a goat was eating that lettuce before you picked it up. All right.
Yeah.
Store managers say, though, it wasn't the strangest customer they've seen. Val shopped there. But it was hairier.
Harry back did too.
To be fair, it headed straight for the salad bar, which means it was the healthiest customer of the whole day.
All right. A black bear strolled through the automatic doors of a shopping mall. Oh, that seems to be a
thing.
trend. On Alaska's Joint Base, Elmandifor Richardson last week wandered straight into the commissary where he ate exactly one peach and left a very personal review on the floor before casually walking back out. Wildlife officials say no people or bears were hurt, and conservation officers escorted the bear back into the nearby woods without incident. They also noted bear encounters on base have dropped significantly since new wildlife-resistant dumpsters went in the spring, which apparently was not enough to keep this one particular bear from window shopping. You know what? He gave the place one star. Snack selection was fine, but the checkout process left a lot to be desired.
Somewhere, a mall manager Val is filing an incident report that starts with the words, "So a bear walked in."
It would be a better story to start when you're in a bar.
That's right. All right, Facebook. Now we've got a squirrel. Oh, squirrel. Facebook Meta office in Bangkok got a very unscheduled visitor last week when a squirrel burst out of a delivered package and tore through the building at top speed. This sounds...
a heart attack.
This sounds like somebody sat him up.
Yeah.
It does. Squirrel scratched a janitor before finally being wrangled. Employees reportedly had an absolute field day with it. One worker even whipped up a fake AI-generated HR training video on proper squirrel-related office etiquette. Sounds like something I'd do.
Don't bite the janitor.
Yeah. Nobody has explained yet why a squirrel was inside of a package addressed to the tech company in the first place. Somewhere out there, one very small, very fast rodent single-handedly outmaneuvered the algorithm at Facebook and never even had to fill out an NDA.
6 different animals all making news headlines this week. What shall we do?
Oh, Val, what shall we do? I think the only way to, mash up 4 stories is with a really good mashed up animal song. Here we go.
Dogs with buttons having conversations. Elephants painting masterpieces. Hippos saving antelope. And Merv the cat, who uses better sentence structure than Donald Trump. Anybody else getting a little nervous?
Yes.
Look at him hiding a nut. Turns out they're at Meta's office. He popped out of a cardboard box, started running Mach 3, bit a janitor, evaded capture handily. LinkedIn says he's now the VP. The Dolphins know, the Ravens know, the Crows are definitely keeping score. We thought we built civilization. Turns out they know way more. Animals are getting smarter. They're done pretending they're cute. The goats are shopping, the bears are dining, the turkeys formed a neighborhood coup. Animals are getting smarter. We're sliding down the chart. Today's it's peaches. Tomorrow they're running Walmart. Mailman's cruising, doing his route, didn't notice 40 turkeys started following him around. House after house, street after street. That's not a flock, it's turkey gridlock. Bear walks into the commissary, eats one peach, leaves something, made people screech. That wasn't a crime, just posting on Yelp. 5 stars and I would totally use this bathroom again. Animals are getting smarter. They're tired of eating grass. Soon raccoons
There's those
will
giraffes.
reside in houses and possums will teach a class. Turns out, goldfish remember stuff. Dogs understand words. Octopus escape prisons. Crows hold grudges. Meanwhile, Kevin from accounting just saw another squirrel. Walked into a grocery store, didn't panic, didn't run. Browsed the produce like he had coupons, just comparing prices. But the employees weren't the nicest, and that's when he said, I'll be leaving a 1-star review, like the bear. Animals are getting smarter, and humans peaked in 99. Cats are judging, whales are laughing, even chickens are online. Animals are getting smarter, the warning signs are here. When the pigeons start a podcast and cows begin to cheer, the end for humans must be near. Don't say I didn't warn you. Seriously. Go home, pet your dog, apologize. He already knows what you did.
There you go. When Animals Attack with Scott and Val in the morning. Wow. Wow.
I love it. You know, we have a raven that has taken up residence in our shed. And I keep telling Brad, you have to be really careful about how you try to extricate him, because they hold grudges generation after generation.
Oh, yeah. He could just keep messing.
This.
He could keep messing with your house because you're the mean people. Ooh, that's not good at all. No. All right. Val, you get today's. We're not done. That was just a musical interlude. You get today's kicker story, and it's a good one.
All right, a Pompano Beach, Florida woman in her mid-70s opened her mail expecting a routine registration renewal and instead found a brand new license plate with a letter number combination that reads a little suggestively, let's say, if you say it out loud. She says she was stunned it ever passed inspection at the state level. Her retirement community, however, immediately took a side. And word has it, the informal neighborhood vote currently sits at 16-1 in favor of her keeping it exactly as it is. She's reportedly still deciding whether to request a swap, which Florida offers for free if a plate is deemed inappropriate. In the meantime, she's the most talked about driver at her complex. You know, nothing says retirement community drama like an entire clubhouse debating a license plate. Harder than they've ever debated Ron DeSantis' shoe choices.
And they probably have debated those shoe choices. At this point, replacing that plate would almost feel like letting the whole neighborhood down. And
I think so.
Yeah. This is another reason why it's the show you should watch. And I figured since this is a risque license plate, we needed something that fit. Stay with the video. It'll reveal the license plate at the end.
Okay. Don't turn away.
All right, just
really?
Just in case you missed that, one more. It's worth it.
Scott just likes the first part.
Yeah. That's actually me, Val.
Remind them now where they can watch our video.
And that's your odd news for Tuesday. Let's see. SQZ A55 with the orange in the middle, Florida license plate. You can figure out the rest this morning. There you go.
Yeah, write it down and you can,
All right. We're a couple minutes away from break, Val. I am going to back up in the show. I really wanted to do this, so I hated skipping it. And this is the thrill. We get to make it up. I'm going for, it was bit number 5. You get to be president for 24 hours. So now, these are questions for you, Val. If you were president for the United States for just 24 hours and no one could stop you, I want you to think of the most unhinged executive order you'd pass. Okay? It's just the most unhinged.
Okay.
And I'm going to do what a few people said for the internet. And if you come up with more than one, write them down. And if you come up with a good one, at home, write them down. When we come back for break, we'll check the video comments and see what you thought. So if you want to be president for 24 hours, what would you do? First person said, pants must be set on fire when politicians lie.
Oh, have a fire extinguisher handy, I'm saying. I was saying the other day, I think they all need to be hooked up to lie detector machines, like when they do like the like Todd Blanche the other day. Just hook him up to a lie detector and see what he's actually telling you that's true.
Yes, I love it. I love it. And then we could change the whole thing. It could be like, liar, liar, there's another politician on fire. This person says I would change the faces of money to dinosaurs.
Okay.
But if Trump gets his way...
It's better than the dinosaur who wants his face on money.
Yeah, we're already getting that, buddy. I would deal with overly bright, poorly aimed headlights, one person said. Another person said all public bathrooms must have full floor-to-ceiling stalls with no gaps between the doors, like other countries do, I guess.
Yeah, other countries do that.
Other person said my first executive order is that no TV commercials or programs have ringing doorbells. It must bother them. And then this person apparently doesn't watch much radio or TV. It says, and no radio commercials that have car horns or sirens in them. It's actually illegal, even though it happens once in a while. It is, it is against FCC policy for a radio station to put a siren or a car horn in a commercial because it is distracting for the drivers. And you don't have to worry when you listen to KCH.
They might think it's real.
Yeah. You don't have to worry when you listen to KCHW, though, because we don't use music and sound effects under our thank you announcements. So, all right. Politicians and their families will be required to get health coverage through the ACA marketplace, just like everybody else, but at the highest deductible available.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah. This person says, I would force school-age children of politicians to go through public school in their district. No private schools.
I like that. Yeah. I like that, too.
Maybe they would...
I think...
Go ahead.
I think that their salary, this would be one of mine, I think a politician's salary should be based on the median income of the people in their district.
That's good. Yeah. Yes.
Because I don't know if you saw recently, Mike Johnson said that the reason why politicians should have access to like insider trading information, or they should be able to trade in the stock market, is because who can live on $175,000 a year? Evidently, you're really out of touch.
95% of Americans. Huh? How about that?
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, what a moron. Yeah. They say the dumbest things. We should, like they used to do that show, Kids Say the Dumbest Thing. Is politicians say the dumbest things.
Say the dumbest things, yes.
All right. We're going to say some more dumb things. And if you stay right here, you'll get to hear them. But for now, we've got to go to break so we can thank some sponsors for our radio affiliates and let Alan Milani in because he's up next with weather right here on Scott and Val Save the Universe.
Scott and Val Save the Universe will be right back. They're probably heating up a chocolate teapot. I hate this job. It's total bollocks, isn't it? Their mum must have been real knackered after raising these two wibble-wielding squiffies. And we're back, yes, somehow still on the air, for part 2 of the Scott and Val Save the Universe show. The only programme brave enough to tackle cosmic chaos, armed with opinions, questionable logic, and absolutely no official clearance. If the universe is saved today, it'll be by accident. Strap in, lower your expectations. Let's carry on. It's time for RFN weather. Here with your national weather outlook is Alan Two Shoes Milani.
Alan, 2 shoes, money!
An intro as epic as the man. It's Alan Milani. Good morning, Alan. Wow.
I don't know that I would go so far as to say epic.
You are epic.
How are my fellow squiffies this morning?
We are doing great.
Squiffies.
You love that word, don't you?
It's probably my favorite word.
We're just squiffing along this morning.
Whipping, squiffing. Yeah.
It sounds like you're running a janitorial show.
A janitorial show?
Yeah. We're cleaning things up.
I gotta go get my squiffy.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Well, Mr. Whacked Out Weather, you got your 2 shoes on.
I do, sir. I'm ready to run.
All right. What do you got for us today?
All right. Good morning. It's time for your weather forecast, the only part of this show that's expected to be serious. Yes, Scott, accuracy is a change of pace around here.
Wow. Wow. Laid me out first
We
line.
resemble that remark.
Yeah.
I don't write them. I just deliver.
Okay.
All right, let's begin in the inland northwest, where Mother Nature has apparently confused July with the inside of an air fryer. Today through Friday, the greater Spokane area will roast with the highs in the upper 90s to around 100 degrees, and Wednesday and Thursday could top out around 101. Overnight lows stay in the 60s and 70s, so your air conditioner officially becomes Employee of the Month. Saturday cools into the mid-90s with gusty winds and elevated wildfire danger before temperatures settle back into the upper 80s on Sunday. I know, Val, you call 89 degrees sweater weather. You're also the only person who orders hot coffee when it's 100 outside.
Exactly. It's menopause. You're either freezing or, you're a planet of the sun, or, on the sun. So one or the other.
Right. Surface of the sun temps. Yeah.
Yes.
Heading west across Washington and Oregon, the coast enjoys marine clouds and temperatures in the 60s, with inland cities stay comfortably warm in the 80s. No, Scott, that's not because Seattle has better weather. It's because they purchased the premium cloud package.
We don't have money for that.
I don't.
Yet another thing we cannot afford. Moving into California, coastal communities stay pleasant while inland valleys bake in triple-digit heat. The deserts remain, deserts. Honestly, for flip-flop sticks to the sidewalk, you've arrived. Across the southwest, monsoon moisture continues bringing afternoon thunderstorms to Arizona, New Mexico, southern Utah, and Colorado. You'll experience sunshine, lightning, heavy rain, and a rainbow, sometimes before lunch. Flash flooding remains possible around burn scars and canyons. And no, Val, that's not what they meant by a free car wash. Northern Rockies and Plains stay hot with scattered thunderstorms capable of gusty winds and hail, so secure your lawn furniture, secure your trampolines, and if your neighbor's inflatable flamingo flies past your house, congratulations, it's now yours. Across the Midwest, heat and humidity continue building through midweek before strong thunderstorms develop. Damaging winds, heavy rain, and isolated tornadoes are possible. And no, Scott, standing outside yelling, "I ain't afraid of no tornado," is still not considered emergency preparedness.
I ain't afraid of no tornado. Like that?
I can see that happening.
Mm-hmm.
I actually kind of
The Northeast gets another classic summer week. Heat, humidity, thunderstorms, and repeat. Some cities could flirt with 100 degrees before storms cool things down later in the week. Val says that's why she never complains about Spokane, but give her another day over 100 and she'll remember.
Val never forgets.
Never forgets. Across the southeast, it's another steamy week with heat indices climbing well over 100 degrees. Afternoon thunderstorms remain common in Florida through the Carolinas, while forecasters continue watching a tropical disturbance in the Gulf that could bring heavy rain later this week. Now, before we leave Earth, how are you two holding up? Because according to my calculations, by Thursday, the studio thermostat's going to become the most controversial topic you've discussed all year.
Yeah, you guys are baking.
You guys are going to fight over it?
Clever ways to figure out how to stay cool. Now, I'm lucky because here in Maine, today, I'm going to rub it in for everybody that's over 100. 76 is our high temperature with sunshine.
That's about perfect.
It is. It really is. Maine has some. It's been for like a couple weeks. It's just been, actually all summer, we've had perfect summer weather.
Nice.
Loser. Losers. All right.
Nice.
Take us. Let's just. You'll know what I want.
Gentlemen, beam me aboard.
This week's vacation destination is Titan. It's one of Saturn's largest moons. The current conditions are a refreshing minus 290 degrees. Thick orange methane haze, very little sunshine, and a 100% chance of regretting packing shorts. Methane lakes remain calm today, making for excellent sightseeing if you don't mind not actually seeing anything. Local officials continue reminding tourists, please don't cannonball into the hydrocarbon lakes. No, Scott, marshmallows still won't roast out there. And Val, before you ask, no, they don't have pumpkin spice methane.
You know what sound a methane lake makes, Alan Maloney?
I do. I try to replicate it frequently. I got a little fun fact for you this weekend, too, Scott.
Okay, yeah.
Titan, which is Saturn's largest moon, is the only moon in our solar system with a thick atmosphere, and it's so dense that if you had strapped on a pair of wings and somehow survived the negative 290-degree temperatures, you could actually fly by flapping your arms. Its low gravity and thick nitrogen-rich air make powered flight much easier than on Earth.
Whoa, dude, I'm going to be having some, like, Titan fantasies now.
Is that crazy?
That is crazy.
It's awesome.
I can't get any lift here in the studio. More methane, Val. More methane. More methane.
More methane.
All right.
Let me adjust the air quality on the spaceship right now.
Let's beam it all into Alan's ship.
It might be time to change the filter.
All right.
There's no filtering that out.
No filter.
All right. What a great weather forecast. Thank you so much, Mr. Milani. Anything else?
Nope, that's it. Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for popping in. We really appreciate you and your wit every Tuesday. And you just lay it on us. We're waiting. All right?
All right.
All right. Once again, Alan Milani. Thank you so much, Alan.
See you next week, and I will have 2 shoes.
2 shoes. Excellent. We'd like to see them. We'd like to see your favorite 2 shoes. Just saying.
I will show you next week.
Okay. All right. We are just minutes away from Mr. Joel Wilczynski and Ski by the Sea Entertainment News. And to get us there, we've got a couple things just for you. First up, I've got celebrity birthdays. And hopefully my sister Val is staying caught up with me. And Val, can you give us today's celebrity birthdays?
Sure. We start with, that's not what I thought it was.
All right. The first few were in memoriam. Okay.
I found it. Can you believe it?
No.
That was pretty fast for me.
Mm-hmm.
Robin Williams was born on this day in 1951. Ernest Hemingway, the author, was born on this day in 1899. Don Knotts, who is actor, and he played, I think, most famously Barney Fife on the Andy Griffith Show, was born this day in 1924. Josh Hartnett, 48, he is the actor from Pearl Harbor. John Lovitz. You probably know how to say these better than me. 69. Justin Bartha, 48. Juno Temple, 37. Betty Gilpin, 40. Diane Guerrero, 40 years old today.
Good luck.
David Dasmalchian, 51. And George Wallace, 74 today.
George Wallace, the comedian. All right.
Yes.
You know, do you remember as kids, me and you, watching all the Don Knotts Disney movies? I never watched Andy Griffith. I didn't like it. But the Don Knotts movies, he had all the comedy westerns. And I remember we watched them as kids. I don't know if you ever caught any of those. All right, special observances for today. It's Belgium National Day, Guam Liberation Day, Black Women's Equal Pay Day, very, very important. National Be Someone Day. Val?
I'm going to be someone today. I think I'll be Angelina Jolie.
Wow, that's impressive. Okay. Good luck with that.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. It's also legal drinking age day, and I don't know why anybody's, want to celebrate that, but it is. Goofy and fun holidays today. National Junk Food Day. This one's going to be just right in line with our UFO Yes or No program at the end of today's show. Invite an alien to live with you day. Now, do you think they mean
live with them?
You think they mean a space alien, or maybe somebody from Mexico or another foreign country?
The sci-fi nerd in me wants it to be a space alien.
I don't care what kind of alien it is, as long as it's a girl. Are you a female alien?
Would you know if it wasn't?
Oh, I'd know. Maybe. All right. Let's see. What else we got? National Lamington Day. I had to look this one up. It's a delicious... this delicious food holiday celebrates Australia's most famous culinary icon, the Aussie Lamington. Today we're encouraging people to try Lamington while spreading the word about this tasty cake. Did you have any when you were in Australia?
Not that I knew it was called a Lamington, I guess.
It's kind of a white cake with some flour on the outside, or powdered sugar.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing them. They have their, famously, their pie stores. Everybody loves their pie, but it's not a pie like we would call it. It's a meat pie. And so, but in the meat pie shops, they had some actual, more dessertish stuff. And I think I remember seeing one, but I didn't remember it was called a Lamington.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to skip that one. No pet store puppies day to encourage people to adopt. National Craft Your Local Shelters Day, so crafting things for your local pet shelters. National Tug of War Tournament Day. Oh, we missed it. We could have this totally set up. You in Washington, me here in Maine with a big long rope. All right. So when I say this next one, if you're listening to the sound of my voice and there's someone close to you, I want you to turn to the person next to you and say, "What you doing for lunch?" Okay?
What you doing for lunch?
Because today is...
Oh, what you doing for lunch this week? Let's go ahead.
Yeah. Today is National Take a Monkey to Lunch Day. So here's your second. Go ahead, turn, say it to him. Okay.
Do you want to go to lunch with me today, Scott?
That's a yes. All right. It happened today. We call it history, and I'll give it to my sister because, well, she's older than me.
And I was alive back in 1873 when Jesse James and the James Gang staged its first train robbery, the Rock Island Express near Adair, Iowa. A loss of $6,000 was reported, but a gang insider said it was more like $65,000. Don't know why they lie, because they're politicians, I guess. In 1969, Apollo 11 astronauts Neil Armstrong and Edwin Buzz Aldrin blasted off from the moon after 21 and a half hours on the surface and returned to the command module piloted by Michael Collins. The astronauts left behind the lunar modular's lower section, on which is mounted a plaque reading, "Here, men from the planet Earth first set foot upon the moon, July 1969 AD. We came in peace for all mankind.
Oh.
All right. 1972, comedian George Carlin was arrested for disorderly conduct in Milwaukee for saying on stage the 7 words performers were prohibited from saying on television.
You know, that's down to 2 words.
7 of them?
That's down to 2 now. The list?
Yeah.
I won't tell you what they are.
Because I don't think you're supposed to say them on radio either.
Yeah.
I think the list for radio is a bit longer, though, isn't it?
No, they changed it. It's the 2 words and then what your community deems inappropriate and how many complaints they got.
Oh, okay.
So, but there are 2 words that are guaranteed like $17,000 fine.
Yeeks.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. 1998, the roof at the Saline County Library collapsed in Benton, Arkansas from the weight of what apparently was years of accumulated pigeon dung.
Ew.
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 2007, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, the final book in the best-selling Harry Potter series, was released. It was 2011 when NASA's space shuttle program ended with the landing of Space Shuttle Atlantis on mission STS-135. In 2017, singer Justin Bieber was barred from performing in China over his bad behaviors.
Ooh.
If only they'd banned presidents from the office for the same thing. 2019, Marvel announced 10 new superhero films at Comic-Con. 2022, in the largest decline since World War II, it was announced that U.S. life expectancy fell by 1.5 years.
Wow. That's a big jump all at once, right? I mean,
it must have been the reporting maybe right after COVID time. And it
that's what I saw. That's what I kind of wondered too. Was that because of COVID and it brought the percentages down that far? Because we did lose a lot of people. So.
We did, yes.
All right. Coming up in just a few minutes, it's humans being awesome. And that's like feel-good news because I think that's a way that me and Val, with our Save the Universe theme can save the universe because most of the news we get is so negative. I think doing something like that is important. So we've got humans being accidentally awesome coming your way in just a few minutes. But you do have to stay with us. Right now, it's our friend Joel Wazinski.
Ladies and gentlemen, the show that goes nowhere yet somehow everywhere is about to astound you again. Live from the tropical country of Belize, it's your RFN entertainment guy, Joe. What? Joe Wools. Joe Wolchinski.
No?
Woolzinski.
Close the dock then?
It's time for Ski by the Sea on Scott and Val. Save the universe.
All right, welcome, Joel Wazinski. Nobody travels further to be on this show than Mr. Wazinski, live from the country of Belize. Welcome, Joe.
Yeah, I know. I've got to go from my beach, and I've got to walk, 50 steps back into this room, and it's just like, oh, my gosh, really?
It's misery. It's misery.
I know.
Huh? Wow.
Hey,
just exhausted.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, that's it for today, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, so, the football, soccer, whatever you want to call it and things like that. I did watch the finals here in Belize, and it made me realize that there's these people that are famous, but there's also, there's a variety of famous people, because, you saw who was at the halftime show that we had. And I started thinking about the different famous, there's kind of famous. There's almost famous. There's sort of famous. And then there's famous. And then, of course, Scott, there's Chihuahua famous like we are.
Yeah.
Which is, that's the top tier and things like that. But then I started thinking about all the people that were famous after they died.
Ooh.
So you can't begrudge anybody being famous when they're alive. Because when they're dead, I don't think they get to enjoy it as much. So I don't know.
Probably not.
So I'm going to have to switch glasses here because, I can't see with my sunglasses on. Oh, hey, you guys are there. Okay. So these are people that really, and some of this might be surprising to you, that were not famous until after they passed.
Okay.
First one is Vincent van Gogh. Famous for paintings such as The Starry Night, Sunflowers, and Irises. Why after death? Van Gogh sold very few paintings during his lifetime and struggled financially. After his death, his sister-in-law promoted his work, helping make him one of history's most celebrated artists. Did you guys know that?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea.
I mean, everywhere you go, there's a Van Gogh. Emily Dickinson, famous for nearly 1,800 poems, known for their originality and emotional depth. And I'm assuming, though, if they would have had toilet stalls around the time that she was around, that they might be a little bit more popular, because I'm sure you've read some of those poems. But why after death? Fewer than a dozen of her poems were published while she was alive. Most were discovered in her home after her death and later published.
Wow.
Who knew? Gregor Mendel, don't know who he is, but he's famous for establishing the basic principles of genetics through pea plant experiments.
Okay.
Okay.
Hard to say, but I know what you're talking. You're talking about the plant to peas, right? He was experimenting with them.
Pea plants.
Yeah.
So, yeah, say that too many times, and that would be the new list of one of the 7 things you can't say on the radio.
Wah, wah, wah.
His groundbreaking research was largely ignored until around 1900, when scientists rediscovered it and recognized him as the father of genetics.
Wow.
I mean, this guy's the father of genetics, and he doesn't even know it.
That's
he's
sad.
probably got peas growing out of his skull, and he doesn't even know it.
Sometimes you don't find out your father till later.
Yeah.
When they come knocking on your door.
Franz Kafka. Yeah, Franz, famous for The Trial, The Castle, and Metamorphosis. Why after death? He instructed his friend to destroy his unpublished manuscripts. His friend ignored the request, published them, and introduced the world to one of the 20th century's greatest voices. This is not as exciting as I thought it would be when I dreamt about this morning. So speaking of dreaming, Scott, you mentioned that, about the fantasy about Titan, the flying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've read your blog of your other fantasies. Yeah, that's probably going to, that one's a little bit more mild. Edgar Allan Poe, famous for Gothic horror stories, detective fiction, and poems such as The Raven. Although during his lifetime, people kind of known him, his reputation and influence grew enormously after his death, making him one of America's most influential writers.
Wow.
Huh. Okay, I'm going to skip this guy. This name is familiar, but and the sad thing is sometimes, people, you don't know they're dead. Sometimes it's like some people that are stupid. They don't know they're stupid. But anyway.
Am I dead?
Nick Drake.
Am I dead?
Did you hear a voice?
We did have this discussion that zombies would starve. We had that years ago, if you remember, right,
I remember
Scott?
now, yeah. I'm alive. Okay, cool.
Okay, Nick Drake, famous for albums including Pink Moon, Biter Later, and 5 Leaves Left. Why after death? Drake sold very few records during his lifetime. Decades later, his music found a large audience through reissues, films, and commercials, earning him recognition as one of the most influential rock or folk musicians. Now, have you guys ever heard of Nick Drake? I thought he was like one of the Backstreet Boys, no?
No. I think there's a rapper named Drake.
Yeah. Okay, this is the one that I remember this when I was growing up. Jim Croce.
Yes.
Famous for songs such as Time in a Bottle, Bad Bad Leroy Brown, Operator, and I'll have to say I love you in a song. Okay. Croce had already begun to achieve commercial success before his death in a plane crash on September 20th, 1973. But then, I remember seeing him on the Sonny and Cher show and that, but like I said, sadly, he went a little bit too young. And here's some more that went a little bit too young. Cleavon Little, Andy Kaufman, John Cazale, and Warren Oates. And I'm going to go a little bit earlier because it's a long walk back to the beach. And I think I bored everybody enough.
No.
But hey, These are the people. This is like, so I guess the moral of the story is one, I'm lazy and it's a long walk to my beach, but also is that, there are people out there who are they're not famous, but they're artists. They're doing things. Pay attention to them. In Chihuahua, there's a lot of artists going around. Craig McQueen is bringing a lot of people, and I'm sure in Maine, don't wait until someone's dead to enjoy the work, if possible.
Okay.
So that's going to be the moral of today's story.
Enjoy some artists from people that are presently doing it.
Yeah.
All right.
Just because someone says, "Oh, this is the person you should be listening and buy an album to," that's just cool. But there are people out there who are doing it that no one will ever really hear about, maybe except for in your local area. And beach is waiting for me, so I got to go.
All right. Bye. You know what I did get from your... Go ahead, Val.
I was just going to say to our listeners, make us famous now. Come on, help out.
Wait, we're not famous. We're not famous. We're not famous yet.
Not yet. So do it first now.
You know what I got from this, really, though, is just for the benefits for your children. In case I've done something artistic that could make me famous after I'm dead, I'm not throwing anything away.
Oh.
Any scrap of paper, any recording, anything I do, my kids are just going to have to wade through it.
Yeah. But okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take one for the team, Val, for us.
Okay.
Okay. I gotta go.
There you go. Heading off to the beach, live from Belize, the one and only Joe Wilczynski. Thank you so much for being here, Joe. All right. He's always got something crazy. And me and Val moving on to our next segment.
Set back, believe it or not. It's this week's Humans Accidentally Being Awesome. We're saving the universe with Scott and Val.
Now, this is what I was talking about earlier. A little news, maybe restore your faith in humanity, at least a little bit. And Val has our very first story today on humans being accidentally awesome.
All right. Between 2007 and 2024, Florida attempted to rebuild the Gulf of Mexico's ecosystem in an unusual way, dumping over 500,000 tons of recycled oyster and clamshells straight back into the water. These shells were gathered from seafood restaurants, quite literally scraped off of plates, as well as seafood plants. So essentially, a massive amount of sinking, rotting garbage was supposedly going to bring the struggling sandy seafloors back to life. Understandably, the idea was met with criticism. Some called it reckless dumping. Others warned it would be detrimental to an already dwindling ecosystem. And for a while, those concerns seemed valid. Even the researchers running this giant experiment had their doubts, as no visible progress was initially seen. But beneath the surface, those scrapped shells immediately got to work, even though human eyes couldn't perceive it. Bacteria began attaching themselves to the discarded shells, creating a biofilm, which is the starting point for pretty much all marine ecosystems on the planet. It's something scientists still struggle to recreate in a lab. The shells also released calcium as they disintegrated, which produced microzones, small, invisible pockets of water with a slightly different chemical makeup that certain underwater organisms need to survive. Not only that, but the dead shells served as a solid foundation upon which living baby oysters could mount and grow. Previously, due to reef decline, there were only soft surfaces. The living oysters then filtered the water, keeping harmful algae blooms at bay. All of these things and more helped revive fish, turtle, and dolphin populations to numbers not seen in over 2.5 decades. Layer by layer, the ocean floor had rebuilt itself until the results were visibly undeniable.
Now, that is a cool story, but what worries me about those kind of stories is people will go the opposite direction with climate warming. See, the oceans aren't that bad. They're fixing it, that kind of stuff. And just keep in mind that that's one tiny spot of the ocean where they tried it and it worked. And this is something that needs to be done all over the place where we're losing reefs and stuff. But cool that they've found a way to make a difference out of trash. So
it's interesting when we were in Australia because we snorkeled the Great Barrier Reef, and they were talking about how they plant the reef. So they'll take healthy reefs and get material from that and take them to ones that are dying, and it kind of starts to regenerate and heal those reefs that aren't doing so well. So I thought that was very fascinating.
Moving on, Menlo Park Fire Protection District in California proved that sometimes technology and compassion make the perfect team. A dog that had been missing since the 4th of July spotted nearly half a mile offshore in the San Francisco Bay. Exhausted and being surrounded by seagulls, firefighters launched a drone. Now, I'm not sure if the seagulls are trying to point the dog out or eat him. So that's kind of weird.
I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe they were like a warning sign. Hey, look over here. The dog had been missing since the 4th of July, exhausted, surrounded by seagulls. Firefighters launched a drone to locate the dog, then piloted a rescue boat straight to the struggling pup. After wrapping the shivering dog in a warm jacket, they reunited it with the local SPCA, which tracked down the owner. The owner had already spent weeks searching shelters and had nearly given up hope. Turns out man's best friend just needed a flying robot, a boat, a firefighter who apparently refused to lose at hide and seek. So another round of applause.
Very big round of applause there. In Alaska, where just drive there isn't always an option, volunteer pilot Duke Maroff answered an unusual call. 2 orphaned harbor seal pups needed emergency medical treatment, but they were stranded in remote locations with no road access. Maroff flew roughly 1,200 miles over several rescue flights, transporting both pups to the Alaska Sea Life Center in Seward. One seal was only a day old and had likely been injured in fishing gear. The other was severely dehydrated and malnourished. Most people rack up airline miles for a vacation, but Duke uses his to save baby seals. That's a much better frequent flyer program, isn't it?
Yes, it is. All right. Good job, Duke. After serving together for 7 years, including a deployment to Iraq, by the way, this story made me cry.
Aww.
After serving together for 7 years, including a deployment to Iraq, retired military working dog Boss and his former Army handler, Rebecca Anderson, were separated when her military service ended. This month, the American Humane Society coordinated an international trip spanning 3 flights and more than 5,400 miles to reunite the pair in Missouri. Better yet, the organization also committed to paying for Boss's veterinary care for the rest of his life for his service.
Oh, my gosh. Yes, that does make you tear up.
If you've ever wondered whether dogs remember the people they love, Boss answered that question before Rebecca even got both feet out of her car.
Ah,
so it's making me tear up again. That's so sad. I mean, happy sad.
I mean,
happy,
happy
sad. That's the wrong word.
Yeah.
In closing, if this were the only news we ever heard, we would probably be a lot happier.
That's right. You'd have to sniff our armpits.
Did it made you tear up too a little bit? I can see it in your eyes.
Oh yeah, it did. Yeah.
Look at him, fellas. You crying, boy? You crying, boy? Maybe we'll go back down to McDonald's and get you a Lamburger and some French fries. How about a wine again?
This is horrible. It's good tears, really.
Really?
All right. We cried on the radio. It's so awesome. Whatever you do, do not tell Nigel that we cried.
No.
We'll never hear the end of it.
Hopefully he's tuned out right now.
No. Speak of the actual devil. Here he is.
Hello, you wonderful collection of glorious nutters. I'm Nigel Wobbleton Teacup IV, once again bringing you the finest athletic achievements from the darkest corners of the sporting universe. It's time for Odd Sports on RFN. We start off with my favorite way to cool off, ice canoeing. This delightfully bonkers sport comes from Quebec, where competitors paddle canoes down rivers until they hit solid ice. Then they jump out, push the canoe over the frozen bits, hop back in, paddle some more. Repeat until someone wins or remembers they live indoors with heat. It's part race, part marathon, part...
I think you're gonna lose those toes, sir.
Imagine inventing this. Pierre, the river's frozen.
I know. We'll postpone?
No, fetch the canoe! One wrong step and you're swimming in water cold enough to freeze your thoughts halfway through having them. I admire it from indoors with a hot chocolate. Now, it's time to almost fly! It's ostrich racing! Yes, the majestic world of ostrich racing. Now, if you've ever looked at an ostrich and thought,
I'd like to ride that.
You need supervision! These enormous feathered lunatics can run over 40 miles an hour. They also possess a delightful habit of ignoring absolutely every instruction you give them.
Left? No.
Right? Also no. Straight into a fence? Now we're talking! The jockeys deserve credit. Climbing aboard what is essentially a 6-foot-tall dinosaur with anxiety issues seems bold! I've seen shopping carts with better steering. The ostriches, meanwhile, look permanently offended as if to say,
Why am I carrying Kevin from Nebraska?
More you say? Off to Scotland then for haggis hurling! The proud Scottish tradition is exactly what it sounds like. People stand on a platform and throw a haggis as far as possible for our American listeners. A haggis is Scotland's national dish for everyone who's actually seen one. It's also the only food that looks like it lost a fight with a lawnmower. Competitors aren't judged just on distance. The haggis has to stay intact, which is asking quite a lot from mushy stuff. Imagine training for this.
What are you doing this weekend?
Launching sheep organs.
Fair enough.
The world record throw is well over 200 feet. That's further than most people have ever willingly traveled with haggis. Somewhere there's a Scottish grandmother watching this muttering.
I spent all day making that.
I've been Nigel Wobbleton Teacup the Fourth, and there's your trifecta of the wacky. I wonder where civilization is heading all the time. Every week it answers downhill, but it'll be hilarious. Remember, stay curious, stay concerned, and if someone offers you a ride on an ostrich while carrying a haggis across a frozen river, take my advice. Don't be daft! Cheerio. Off with you then! Off with you then!
There you go.
Oh my goodness.
And if you've never seen one of Nigel's videos, we post them online on all of our platforms. They're pretty cute, like that one. I love the 90s rapper at the end dancing. Poorly.
Where did that come from?
So would you throw haggis?
Yeah, as far away from me as possible.
Would you ice canoe?
I don't like the cold. Depending on how much money you made, I suppose.
The video looked miserable. And then what about riding an ostrich? I'm all for that.
Oh, you go for it. I'll take video.
Okay. I love
we'll be famous before we die.
So on that video, I couldn't find any copyright-free videos of ostriches racing, people racing ostriches. They were all on TV channels. So I had to make my own with AI. And I had him during the line where he says throwing them in the bush. I did that, and AI did its typical thing where it puts them right through the railing instead of going over it. And so I was like, oh, no, I can't use that. But the ostrich goes right over the railing and then slows down and dumps him in a bush. And then the bush throws him about 15 feet up in the air. And his body's all limp like he's dead. And he slams onto the racetrack. And I was like, that's cool. I'm leaving that video in. Thank you.
Almost as good as a bison tossing someone in the air, huh?
Yeah. It's why I worked that one in the song, too, because it's like he got hit 4 times by the same bison. That's crazy. And we were talking about animals getting smarter. It's obviously pretty smart because every time he tries to get up, the bison pushed him back down.
Stay down already, dude.
Yeah. All right, Val, this is for you. It's the closest guess. So don't look at these. Don't look at them. Don't read them.
Okay.
Poke yourself in the eyes. Go blind. Because the answers are contained within these. So I want to know. These are just some fun ones. What percentage of the food thrown away by Americans never gets opened?
Oh.
Percentage?
So like you throw away a whole package of
cheese.
Something that you've never even opened.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. 20%?
Wow, that's. Do you think that would be? I mean, that seems incredible that we throw 20% of what we buy away when we talking to food. It's actually 15, which I thought was huge. But you guessed 20, huh? You think we're that wasteful?
You know, I just think of like when you buy this pre-made package of lettuce, which nobody wants to eat right now. But anyway, you buy it and you throw it in the fridge thinking you're going to have it, and then you get it out and it's already slimy. And I just know how wasteful we are. So, yeah.
All right. I never throw anything away. It's too expensive buying food for me right now. So I never throw anything away. My problem has been, and maybe it's Alzheimer's because it's just been over the past couple months, I keep cooking stuff and then leaving it out. Or leaving the things I needed to cook out, and then I come walking back in the kitchen 3 hours later, like the other day, and go, oh, I guess I'm going to need a new giant jar of Miracle Whip because it's been on the counter for 4 hours. That kind of stuff.
Do you think Miracle Whip goes fast? I'd throw it back in the fridge. It's Miracle Whip.
I've done that
Yeah, it's
before,
preservative.
and I've done that with my Chick-fil-A like nugget sauce and stuff like that when I left it out too long. But it was like the bottom of the jar. It was already, and I'm not kidding you, that jar of mayo was probably already a year old.
Oh.
So it was.
That does make a difference.
Yeah.
But you think of like condiments like ketchup and mustard. Restaurants leave them out on the table, all day. So.
Ketchup's got too much acid in it to spoil. I don't know about mustard. It's pretty acidic too. From the taste of it.
Yeah.
All right, Val. Per square inch, the average telephone has how many bacteria on it?
Square inch? I mean,
so just like your phone, pick a square inch on the face of your phone. How many bacteria?
Like a square inch. I'm going to go with 50,000.
You're close. 25,000 bacteria in a square inch on your phone. So never, ever, whatever you're thinking, and whoever asks you to do it, just say no when it comes to licking your phone.
Yes. Yeah.
Don't answer it with your tongue.
Yeah.
Even though it works.
Just because you think it's only your bacteria on it.
Yeah. Did you like that? Just because it works to answer your phone with your tongue doesn't mean you should do it.
It means you've tried.
Yeah, like when I hung up on you yesterday, that was my cheekbone. All right. What percentage of people say they've experienced, not believe in, because we know that's 61% from earlier today. What percentage of people say they've experienced a ghost?
Oh, I'm going to go with 20%.
You're pretty close. 13% of us say we have experienced a ghost. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. And
I know we've talked about your, alien experiences. Have you ever experienced a ghost?
Yes, and that's another story for another episode because it's quite long.
Okay.
I lived in a haunted building. And I worked at the Fox Theater years ago as a janitor. That was
very haunted,
very petrifying at times at night. It was and once you feel like you've experienced something, then you're hypersensitive. Something thumps, and you think I had to walk through a dark area between the two different theaters upstairs and the projection room. And it never failed as I was coming to the end of the hallway. It was pitch black. I could never find a light there. And that's where the furnace was. And every time I'd reach through the door to go into the second balcony theater, that furnace would kick in and just give me a heart attack. Send me right through. Because it's like for the whole Fox Theater. So it's this massive furnace. And it's pitch black and you're standing beside it and it goes, wah!
I was just telling somebody yesterday about a little bit about your experience in that place down in the Tum Tum area.
Oh, yeah.
The home you own there. You had some interesting experiences there, too.
Yeah. Those are for another story, though, because we're running late on time, and we want to talk about some UFOs.
Everyone, look up to the sky! What is it? Is it a bird?
Is it a plane?
It's a UFO! Run for your lives! It's time for UFO! Yes or no?
Control room, we have my God, it's landing right on top of us.
It is. It's landed right on top of us. All right, UFO, yes or no. Today we have 4 stories, and luckily we've got more video to go along with these stories as well. Now, there's one on our Facebook page from a couple weeks ago we did where we actually had a listener contact us and send us their UFO video. It was very cool and definitely very strange. These are some ones we picked up at other places. Val is going to start off with a high strangeness case file number 001 for RFN.
All right. After this one, our stories have documentation behind them, whether multiple sources, multiple witnesses, all of that. But this one is kind of, is something that, might not have that evidence, but was still strange and fun. So in 2019, a U.S. Customs and Border Protection aircraft flying over the Gulf of Mexico reportedly encountered a mysterious dark object unlike any conventional aircraft. The object was described as cube-shaped or box-like and appeared to maneuver in ways that puzzled the crew. It reportedly passed close enough to trigger concern before disappearing from view. The incident later became public through investigative reporting and was cited by journalists covering military UAP encounters. The Gulf incident gained additional attention because it involved trained government air crews operating sophisticated surveillance equipment rather than casual eyewitnesses. Although no official explanation has been released, investigators have suggested possibilities ranging from advanced drones to sensor anomalies, while others argue the object's reported performance deserves further study.
All right. The next one we have is the USS Omaha, and this incident is called the Swarm. It happened over the Pacific Ocean in 2019, and this is another military story. So when you get them like this, and they involve the military, it adds some creepy credence to it, I think, and legitimacy. One of the most fascinating Navy encounters occurred in 2019 when the USS Omaha recorded multiple unidentified objects surrounding the ship off the coast of California. Night vision footage released years later shows glowing objects moving near the vessel before one appears to descend directly into the ocean without any visible splash or explosion. The event became especially intriguing because Navy personnel reportedly tracked numerous unknown contacts simultaneously over several nights. Despite extensive searches afterwards, officials found no wreckage above or below the water or evidence of a conventional craft entering the water. The incident is considered one of the better documented military UAP cases from the last decade. And we do have video on this one. And this one, I believe, is taking place, if I have it right, let's just go ahead and start it. This one is taking place.
Omaha, pick me kid, Rockville Pro.
This is on the bridge of the ship, and you're going to see in the picture, he's doing it on his cell phone, but it's on the bridge of the Omaha, and he's just filming the screen. You can clearly see the dark blob because it's a heat signature of the UFO just a little bit above the ocean, really close off the side of the ship.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell from the video that they're tracking it. It's got, the X marks through it where they've got it centered in the middle of that.
Mark bearing range.
Tracking it precisely.
So when you hear them say splash right there, they're not meaning that it hit the water. They're just saying it went into the water, and they said splash, splash, mark bearing. Freaky.
Right. What I find interesting about so many of the water sightings that they've had about them entering the water, they will see them entering the water and then exiting, where it's apparent that they must have been going at least 200 miles an hour through the water. And for that alone to happen is like, nothing that's ever been seen. So, without evidently, crashing upon impact and then coming out the other side, and pretty wild.
It makes you wonder how they could do that because of the friction and stuff, and there's lots of theories whether they have technology. Like our scientists have said, we would need to travel at the speed of light. You need to be able to put a bubble around you, like basically being in the inside of a black hole, so that you could move at the speed of light. And it makes you wonder if they have that technology, because we see so many sightings. They move so fast. They make turns, like the ones the military pilots were going over a couple years ago in front of the Senate. Their maneuvering is so fast it would shatter a human body. So there's got to be something going on there. All right. It's back to you, Val, off to Puerto Rico.
All right. This was at Aguadilla Airport in Puerto Rico in 2013. Shortly after taking off from Rafael Hernandez Airport in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico, a U.S. Customs aircraft captured infrared footage of an unidentified object flying at low altitude over the airport before continuing across land and out over the ocean. The object appeared to maintain high speed while showing no obvious wings or exhaust plume. Researchers have spent years analyzing the thermal video. Some claim it demonstrates extraordinary flight characteristics, including the apparent ability to split into two objects before entering the water. Skeptics argue the footage may instead show a more ordinary object combined with optical effects from the infrared camera. Regardless of interpretation, it remains one of the most analyzed UAP videos ever released.
So I have a video of this one too. I'll go ahead and get the camera switched and roll it over. This one has no audio, so don't be afraid to talk over it. I know it was kind of hard on the last one. So this is again from Puerto Rico. Now, if you're watching online with us, you can see that I'm guessing this is from some kind of aircraft. It's obviously military with all the numbers and gauges on it. But it's scanning around looking for it, and in just a couple seconds, it's going to lock onto it. This was a huge object, and I mean, at least from the perspective that you can see on the video here, it was quite large and moving very, very fast around the airport, and they didn't know what it was. That's trippy as well.
Yeah, and they said it was a U.S. Customs aircraft, so that's probably why you see the instrumentation that you do on the panel. So, but yeah, I mean, it's going so fast you can't even lock on it, really.
Yeah.
He's trying to keep up with it, but they can't lock on it, so.
Wow. And that was 2013, so that's well before drones had even really become a thing.
Right, right. And it just, yeah, you can just see the land beneath. It's a pretty wild video.
All right. Our last story is called the Falcon Lake Incident, and this one is very interesting. Val found this. It goes back to May 20th, 1967, one of the oldest documented cases out of Manitoba, Canada, and Canada's most famous, I don't want to call it abduction, but encounter story. Stefan McCulloch, an amateur geologist, was prospecting near Falcon Lake when he claimed two glowing cigar-shaped craft descended nearby. According to his account, one landed on a rocky outcrop while the other hovered overhead before departing. Curious, McCulloch approached the landed object and reported hearing mechanical sounds and smelling sulfur. When he touched its smooth exterior, it was hot enough to burn his glove. And then seconds later, the craft allegedly rotated, revealing a grid-like vent that blasted him with hot air or some kind of gas before it took off. McCulloch later developed burns across his chest in a distinctive grid pattern matching the vent's layout. Royal Canadian Mounted Police and multiple government agencies investigated this case, but never reached a definitive conclusion. To this day, Falcon Lake remains Canada's best documented and most debated close encounter report. Evidence gathered included the medical records documenting the unusual burns, burned clothing examined by investigators. There was multiple official investigations, and possible explanations were an industrial accident, a hoax, radiation exposure, or something entirely unknown, which is cool. Now, more than 50 years later, no explanation has satisfied everyone on that one. All right.
Wow.
I do have, from 1967, let's show this. There is a picture of Stefan and a drawing he did of the UFO.
And that's kind of what we think of as a more typical UFO shape, you know, the ones that you see depicted on, you know, all of the merchandise and everything that they do around graves and stuff. So that's more of that, you know, typical shape.
Even though the story quotes him as saying it was cigar-shaped, that's kind of cigar-shaped, but it is also a saucer-shaped cigar, too, with a top. So,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, at least from his picture, from, you know, this old photo, it definitely looks more saucer-shaped. But
almost like every UFO you've ever seen from the 60s?
Right, yeah. So if they advance that much, and are we dealing with different alien races, right?
Yeah. I think it was curious that they were saying they're cigar-shaped, because that is one of the most common UFO shapes that we have, or the military calling them pill-shaped, that kind of stuff.
Right. Tic Tacs.
Tic Tacs.
It's kind of Tic Tacs, yeah.
Well, we talked some UFO. Should we play a UFO song?
Well, I think we should.
Okay. All right. So we're going to wrap up the show for today. Val, let's
Yes.
I got some closing stuff here. Maybe you can help me out a little bit.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, I can. Sure. If you missed any part of the radio show you should watch, it will be available shortly after the broadcast today. Plus, you can catch up on past shows, segments, cutout, shorts on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Full shows on Facebook, Kick, our new app, and Twitch, and audio-only versions on all podcast networks. Wherever you visit, please subscribe or follow and say hi. That really helps our algorithm and gets our little show out there a little bit more. Also, now that we have a bunch of shows, we're streaming content 24 hours a day at roguefrequencynetwork.com, Kick, and Twitch as well.
And last week we were kicked off YouTube, but if you notice today, if you're one of our YouTube watchers, we're back. So it was a mistake on their part, and I had to appeal it, and it took a while. But I won, which is, you never do that. And
Good job winning.
Yeah, and you're dealing with a computer. There's no humans that look at your appeal or anything like that. It's all done by computers. So I was fighting with a computer, and I won.
Well, and you won. Well, and it's kind of, a lot of the stuff that we have on our platforms is stuff that I've just lost the word because it was in my brain a minute ago, but it's public domain now.
Yeah.
And so the computer algorithms and all of that are judging us often don't make that connection that this is now, public domain when that didn't used to be. So.
Yep. All right. Other than that, we want to thank you for being here today. We're Scott and Val Save the Universe. If you go looking for the full episode, it is number 23. Number 23.
23.
Today.
We need to do something, like a big celebration or something for episode 25.
That's what I was thinking.
No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because half of us can't even count that high.
I know it. Maybe some sort of giveaway again or something.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I think so.
All right. So big shout out to everybody listening. Thank you again. Thanks to, we just started up on the Kick app, and we've also already got a bunch of followers. So if you were listening today on Kick, thank you very much. Kick is a new app. You can watch it on your computer. You can download it on your phone. You can put it on your Roku TV. Several ways to watch our show. If you want to watch us on the big screen when we're live, you can do Kick YouTube, or Twitch on Roku is called Stitch instead of Twitch. It's kind of a clunky app, but all those apps, if you put them on one of them on your Roku TV and then you search Rogue Frequency Network, all one word, you will end up and be able to watch us on your big screen. Who knows why you would want to do that, but some of our videos are pretty cool.
Oh, just because we're so beautiful.
Oh, well, at least one of us.
No, and we do say all the time it's a show you should watch. I mean, if you want to catch those videos we played today of the UAPs, the picture that we talked about, any of the great videos that Scott puts together for our segments, like Odd News, and of course, I hate to plug him, but Nigel and his Odd Sports are always hilarious. So you really should check it out and watch it.
All right. And we'll get Nigel and Alan's weather in case you missed them up here after the show. Takes a while for the full copy to upload and process as well. And we are going to leave you today with a song I did for some sci-fi stuff last week. I called this Disclosure Day. The song, and there's some cool video in it. Other than that, we'll see you next Tuesday, 7:15, same place, same time. Thanks for listening. It started the other video. I can fix it, really. I can fix it.
All right.
I did it. Have a good day. Love you, Val.
Spielberg
Bye.
says, come buy a ticket. The truth might just sink in. The popcorn's hot, the lights go dim. It's Disclosure Day. Will the humans win? Then the age of disclosure shows serious folks with serious faces. Everyone whispering they've got spacecraft parked in secret places. Congress shrugs, the internet screams, red strings replacing everybody's dreams. Every week there's something flying, every week another blur. Half the world says it's aliens, the other half says probably a bird. Disclosure's always next Tuesday. Circle it again, 6-pointed thing. Crystal potato, silver space balls dropping in. Everybody's got a camera, nobody gets focus right. We've got 8K televisions, but we're filming like it's 1995. Hey, beam me up, or at least explain the weather. If aliens are really watching, they've picked a weird time altogether. Colorado found a crystal potato hanging where potatoes shouldn't be. Australia captured mysterious space balls. Completely normal, apparently. Well, when City looked up, what in blimey was that overhead? Half said visitors, half said a drone. One bloke blamed his neighbor Fred. Somebody's uncle's cousin's barber swears he knows a guy in black. Funny how disclosure's coming, but it's always next week. Are we under attack? Nigel says,
"Oh, do stop waving blurry mobile phone videos at me. I am a vastly superior artificial intelligence. I have examined every alleged UFO sighting from the last 80 years. 43% are balloons, 27% are drones, 19% are Venus, 11% are Kevin from Birmingham after 3 pints. As for the actual aliens, they're probably circling Earth with the doors locked and pretending nobody's home."
Disclosure's always next Tuesday. Same old story, different spin. Every week another witness. Every week this time we're letting them in. 6-pointed mystery. Crystal potato, silver space balls from the sky. Meanwhile, somebody spots Bigfoot driving past in a UFO. Why?
Scott says, "I saw them over at Chihuahua. This isn't a game. I saw them 3 times, and they were never the same. Never the same."
Nigel says, "If they are observing humanity, they're only here for the calamity." Hey, if aliens finally introduce themselves, they'll probably look around and say, "Actually, we'll come back after your next election." Okay? Then they'll pull a U-turn, hit warp speed, and leave us with another blurry video we really don't need.
Step back, everything will be okay. 2 new heroes to face the day. Now throw all your fears away. And they're both in tights array. Scott and Val, here to save the universe. It's not a bad joke, or even a curse.
Will self-destruct in 20 seconds. This is your last chance to push the cancellation button.
Engage. Don't forget, catch Scott and Val here every Tuesday morning at 7:20. I hate this job.
Scott and Val save the universe.
It's 9:13.
Your KCHW Morning Show, made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center.